some money, some money. Hey, save, save, save. Build, build, build. Some money, some money. Hey, save, save, save. Build, build, build. Some money, some money. All right. Save, save, save. Build, build, build. Some money, some money. All right, guys. We already did it. So, you know what? This is a special show with Roger 9000, guys, and he's leaving us today. How long have you been with us now?
A month?
A month?
I think, yeah, one.
And I haven't been able to spend much time with you because I've had all this other kind of crappy stuff happening.
Hey.
But this week we're able to spend a little time. Wow, yeah, I got you surprising. This is just an incredible thing that you did, man. And there's so much talent and artists out there in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I got two of the best in the world. I mean, Roger, that's great. And then Dave, what he's just doing is fantastic. So I wanted to get this out because I kind of want to plug you the best. We got to monetize you somehow.
Hey, man, there's so many artists out there that need to work out how to move forward.
You know,
for sure, man.
Yeah. So what I want to do is kind of throw this out. If anybody else is you know, watching, and our YouTube guys, I didn't ask for this. He just kind of did it. And what a surprise it was. And what a great theme song and everything. It just kind of fit right in with everything that we're doing. And so you're going to leave us, where are you going to be going?
So I'm headed to Charlotte. They got Halloween happening out there.
Halloween.
Halloween at the Charlotte.
Don't tell Esther about that, because she's all excited about Halloween. She calls it Halloween, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the Halloween for the Charlotte Bitcoin meetup.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be good. And then TabConf is happening in
TabConf.
Yeah, TAB Conf. Yeah,
TAB.
Conference in Atlanta.
Okay.
3, 4, 5 of November.
Okay.
And then Miami.
Miami again.
Miami again. There's a couple of meetups down there. There's a Miami meetup. There's a karaoke night happening.
Well, I'm going to miss you, man. You've really been a blessing to me and to
100%. Yeah.
I mean, you and Dave have really inspired Eddie. Eddie, I just has hit a whole new plateau as far as energy level and excitement on Bitcoin. So,
hey, Zeus.
Yeah, man. You know, and this is my dream, guys. This is what I want, and I'm so glad, you know. Yeah. So tell the people a little bit about the experience, because what you and David are doing down here is kind of what I have as a dream. I don't know where it's going, okay, but this is my contribution, and we're figuring it out. We want to make this you know, we've got facilities here that we want to expand. So you want to tell them a little bit about the living conditions here and how it is, and what, I mean, I'm just saying, hey guys, this is what I have, because it's not my vision. This is kind of my gift to Bitcoin. You young guys got to pick up the ball and carry it. And, you know, so that's the opportunity. And you know, I just want to provide a little guidance and the support that I know, you know, you're a struggling artist. You're doing great, but by the same token, you can't keep doing art for free for nothing unless you're independently wealthy.
So true, man. And you know, you offer a base, you offer security in a place in the world now that is becoming more and more insecure. And,
well, I hope so, yeah.
Mexico is kind of like a safe haven, and you know, an Ensenada inside.
And you've gotten
Mexico.
to know it a little bit more, particularly this last week. I've been able to take you out a little bit, but it's like, you know, you can understand why I understand where people aren't too comfortable because they don't have somebody like Eunice
it's not a, it's going to be formidable. It's not going to be as hospitable to a foreigner
Yeah, but
without that.
particularly my way of life. And we were just talking about that. I think
Yep.
Bitcoin Mechanic, you just said he's down in
He's in
Cabo,
Cabo,
but
yeah.
that's, and that's much more, Canadian Americanized. It's the most, it's really not much cheaper than living there than it is living, in the United States. I'm maybe cheaper than California, but
Sure.
in Vancouver, but it's really not. It's really probably the highest cost place to live.
Yep.
And the wages are very close to American wages, in here it's just more working. And you can see it. The people here are busy.
Oh, they move.
We're extremely industrious and have a wonderful attitude.
Yep.
The goat lady she had some surgery yesterday. She'll be coming home today. So, but say a little prayer for her.
Yeah.
She's doing good. And that's been one of the things we've been working on. Yeah. So, but I really appreciate you being here. We've had some really good discussions.
Yeah, we jam, and that's what music is. That's what Bitcoin is. It's about jamming on a well, you could call it on a song that is it's communication, right?
Right.
And communication, whether it's song or whether it's a message like Bitcoin, it's communication between people, and it's a jam.
And I finally got my equipment back, so we want to set up the studio now downstairs. It's more of a living room. This is sort of our stage when we do our performances, but we want to have a living room because a lot of times we're just having a discussion, and you say, "Wow, we should have had the camera on and record this
because that's the jam."
Yeah, that's the jam. That's where the music comes from.
That's where the music comes
from. And I've seen your other work. You've got a whole array of stuff there. And so now we just need to get the word out there. And I don't know how you monetize it. So you need to get a Patreon account. I think that's one way they do it or something.
Yeah. It's bit by bit. It's word of mouth. It's doing gigs. It's doing shows. It's doing, it's getting to the people who resonate with what you're saying. And that's, I feel so.
Well, I hope I feel like we hit it off really well. If you're welcome to spend Christmas with us if you want, because I'm sure INX will have some big. Not sure what we're doing, but
okay.
But at any rate, you're certainly welcome to come back and stay with us. We have.
That's great.
We have Dave's got one room. We've got Marcella now is taking care of the house, and there's the Twitter. There it is, guys, and. Wow, there it is. And like I say, it was so much fun. I surprised INX with it just before she went in for surgery. And the kids just were sitting there. They didn't want me to turn it off. And finally, we'd gone through it 4 or 5, and they're just all singing along with it. So it's a really great kid song. And I think you really struck home and that's what it's all about. Guys, there's more to life than Bitcoin.
There's more to life than Bitcoin.
And that's part of that's what I'm kind of emphasizing in this book too. Not that it's not important, it is, but
it's a balance. It's just a balance.
But it needs to be. It's like the other word I need to make. I'm going to make another chapter that's actually Bitcoin's radioactive. It's and it's great, tremendous amount of energy there, but you have to handle it with care. And and that's what hopefully my little book, How to Put Yourself on the Bitcoin Standard in One Easy Lesson. And I'm borrowing that from one of my old mentors, and that's Henry Hazlitt. Okay. So if I don't attempt to be able to do what he accomplished. I don't know. Are you familiar with his book? He wrote a classic book. It's called Economics in One Easy Lesson. That's what I wanted to cover first. You want to cover tone? I was also going to go into GBTC, but we'll cover this first, guys. I don't know if this is still open or not, but you can try. INX and I will be there. We are arriving on the 6th, and we will be leaving on the 12th. And I probably didn't do the reservations right. We actually have to fly from Tijuana to Mexico City to Houston. Then we have a nonstop to Dubai. But And wasn't sure she could get across. I knew she could get across as long as we came in from Mexico and flew in. So, but we've gone through that song and dance before, but we will be back in a reasonable time. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I have, as you all know, guys, I published my trades. I've lost trading this year. I'm doing great. My net worth's gone up. My HODL's probably smaller than it's ever been, but that's what I'm writing about. There's more to Bitcoin. This is it's a tool, and you need to learn. It's a totality of how you manage things. And even though I lost in trading, we're better off than it feels like I've lost, but I haven't. Plus there's life, guys. Life goes on.
Life goes on.
And so it's really important, that you develop the correct values. So at any rate, somebody noticed this thing. This is, but I thought they noticed this. I survived COVID, but you said, this we lost. I don't know if Tone's watching, he'll remember we both lost our baggage on the trip to. We had a cruise there in the Mediterranean, and so I had to I still bought this outfit at the airport because I didn't have any clothes. And then everybody was saying how much he loved me. I said, why do you love me? I guess it's because I have this Barcelona. And I'm not a football fan. I don't even pay attention to American football anymore. But at any rate, but that's what people are passionate about. So they're passionate about soccer, and so you have to respect other people. But
now, if there's ever been a time to recognize that there's more to life than Bitcoin, it's now as well, because of all the restrictions, all the crazy, clown like life we live today. From restrictions to vaccines to having to cross borders from one way and being told you got to go the other way. It's just that the world is upside down. There's no question about it. The level of insanity, and I guess a lot of it's to do with the fact that for so long the world has been told that you just take orders. You're taught to just take orders. In fact, the better you take orders, and the more you receive those orders and accept those orders, the more compensation you get for it. So you're incentivized to take orders, and Bitcoin comes around and says, you're the one giving the orders now.
And you're the one that's responsible.
And
so, and that's kind of what my book is going to be really developing is, so, what, if we say be your own bank, we are going to have to start being bankers.
Yep.
And I'm going to put forth some ideas that I think are on the horizon and can be realistically implemented.
Yep.
So, and I'm kind of going to do the whole journey with people, and because you've seen it with me, other people, you kind of mark your life, before Bitcoin and after Bitcoin.
Yep.
And it almost starts that way.
It's going to be an interesting. I wonder if we're going to memify that as well. Life after 40, or life begins at whatever. Maybe life begins after Bitcoin.
I think that life is real anyway. I don't, like I say, it's not necessary, but you have an influence on others, because like I say, we've employed a lot of people over the years now, which we wouldn't have done if we didn't have Bitcoin. So they're really on the Bitcoin standard.
Hey, it's developing as we speak,
right?
With or without us, but in a way, obviously making people aware of that term, Bitcoin standard, and obviously Saifedean with the book. But I think to make it a real part of every day, it's not just a book that sits there, but it's a part of every day.
Right. It's something that you live. So, but it's not the most important thing. And but it is, it does help. It's a tremendous tool. Like I say, it's radioactive. If you handle it carefully, it can really benefit you.
Yep.
If you treat it carelessly, you're going to blow yourself up. Which is real easy to do, isn't it, guys? All right. And it's real easy to do. So, and I've blown myself up, more than once. And, trying to develop sound money, it's not easy. So, but that's all fine and good. So, okay, let's go look a little bit. I wanted to emphasize. I noticed, and I kind of noticed this from Tony. I want to talk a little bit about the GBTC, and I'm going to give my fundamental analysis of it. I don't think it's ever going to go into a premium again. Now, I might be completely wrong. A lot of people think that, oh, that we get the bull, but the bull market's already underway.
It's
We're
underway.
already going.
It's
not
happening.
into it. And I don't see any way that it will ever go into a premium. It's just a matter of how much a discount is going to be. Maybe it will go to premiums, but I don't look at the premium. And the reason I say that, there's actually a lot of new things coming on that meet the reason that GBTC was valuable. It was the only way that you could get your legacy retirement accounts and protect yourself somewhat with Bitcoin.
From taxes.
And, well, not, yeah, from taxes. And also you can even invest in it because Bitcoin wasn't, it was not an approved investment vehicle. I think that's going to change. I think it's already changed. In fact, I think the biggest innovators is from the Seibert brothers. Barry started GBTC, and his brother, I can't remember his first name. Gary, anyway, but they're working together. I mean, they understand, but they understand the markets, and they are developing this new exchange, and with some very sound people. Samson Mao was on it, and you know, it was this INX exchange. You know, the way I look at INX is I think it's going to be the premier platform. Because it is set up correctly. I think you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin for collateral for other things right now. So anyway, I just wanted to point this out to you. This is the GBTC discount and premium. It's at a 15% discount. I don't look for it to go to a premium ever again. I guess there's some news coming out. There might be they're speculating on some new ETF that I think Kathy Woods has been working on. I don't know.
It's still the rumor.
Yeah, and that's all exciting, speculative stuff, guys. But that's really not the fundamentals of Bitcoin. I don't think ETFs are healthy for Bitcoin. I mean, it's okay, but it's not really necessary at all. And it's not, in my mind, the solid development that I would like to see. But you know, Bitcoin will survive it. And do just fine. So let's see, what else did I want to cover? That's it. Well, and then I covered the NX token. I did put in, I think, $5,000. I finally found my tokens on it. I can't get, I'm going through this KYC process, and I'll tell you what, I've gotten farther along on INX, and it looks like, you know, and they get it. They're very professional. Very complicated because they actually have 3 different websites that you have to deal with, and you go through all this KYC stuff. Guys, I'm in favor of KYC, and I need to do a whole chapter. I haven't done that yet in the book. Know your customer, but you need to know your customer. The government doesn't need to know your customers. That's the problem. And of course, the thing that I'm going to emphasize to you again, although I'm moving into the legacy markets, I'm not putting everything in the legacy markets because you're extremely vulnerable. And that's what I also teach. If your savings are primarily or exclusive, but even primarily in your home equity, in your retirement account, you are vulnerable. You are a sitting duck. I just got credited, I don't know, $250 in my bank account. And I then got a letter from Social Security. Well, you've got a child credit coming. So, you know, guys, if they can put money in my account that easily, they can just clean it out immediately. And that's what's going to, you know, that's your risk.
That's the future.
And that's what Bitcoin is going to protect you from. And they can, and it's in that sense, it is much better than gold. And there's more to life than trading. There just is. And so you don't trade at all, right?
I don't trade. I mean, I've got these long-term,
right?
But I don't look at whatever happens, man. I'm not consumed by that.
No, I noticed that in you right away.
It's really it's like you say, man.
And
There's more
then
to life.
who did we meet last night? Ishmael, you remember that?
Oh yeah, right.
That was. I
mean,
need to
that's
put
building.
that on. I'm going to put that on part of this a tweet because I filmed it. I didn't tweet it out, but
Yeah.
we actually were at. We went down to the we'll call it the Malecon, which is like an embarcadero. It's where it's a promenade where there's all these restaurants. And you can take a boat ride, and it's all the local people are hanging out there, and just a big party, like a big festival, a big party.
That's Mexico.
Yeah, you saw the real Mexico.
Yeah.
And so we were down there, and at the very end, we saw these beautiful fried platanos, fried bananas, and he put all kinds of stuff on it. We were going to get one. Oh, I'm sold out.
And he sold out.
He sold out. Churros. But then we thought, wow, look, he's got a Bitcoin.
He's got a big, and it was Esther who saw it.
Yeah, I said, look, Daddy.
I'm like,
there's Bitcoin. I said, yeah.
Bitcoin accepted.
And so I started talking. Say, yeah, how long? Oh, I've been taking it for 4 or 5 years.
7, I think.
7 years.
I think it's 7.
Say, yeah, people from the cruise ships have come down. And they want to pay me in Bitcoin, and I said, sure, pay me in Bitcoin. And he hardly does a lot. It says he maybe does about maybe he said maybe this year he's done 3 or 4 or 5 transactions. So it's not cash, guys. People, Bitcoin's not cash.
Well,
Sorry,
no one wants to sell their Bitcoin.
Nobody wants to sell their Bitcoin, but he's learned Bitcoin by taking it and say, yeah, I mean, I've got this, and I take Bitcoin, and he's a
great story.
Yeah, it was a great story. I got his phone number. I said, I really want you to come on the show.
Yeah,
he speaks good English too. So anyway, it's
no, this is turning into I mean, this could be the first Bitcoin citadel of sorts, because it allows people. I mean, Bitcoin House allows people, Ensenada allows people to come down to feel they can relax in a world that is going crazy, in a place where it's fairly cheap to live. It's got all the infrastructure and all the necessities, and it can really develop into an artistic hub for people to come down, express themselves, make videos, make music, make art, and
learn Bitcoin. There's so much I have to learn yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're all learning every step of the way, really. But yeah, man, you got it stacked up.
All right. Well, I just want to get you on because you're so great. I hope you come back soon.
Yeah, I'm back.
I really enjoyed you.
Coming back.
No, Eddie's enjoyed. Everybody's enjoyed having you around. You're up there in your room just creating stuff. I asked Eddie, he's up there making music, And I went up there. Hey, you don't even have a desk in here. You're just working off of addresses. Do you want it? We have a desk. We can put a desk. But anyway.
I'm a standalone kind of guy, I guess. But yeah.
Well, and that's you have the good life now. Enjoy it. Like,
yeah, man.
You've got good health. You're having fun what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's got to stay relevant too. And I think, I mean, as an artist, as a musician, as a songwriter, I'm really lucky in that I've never tried to follow a trend. I mean, there's a lot of musicians who sort of jump on board and think rap is the thing, man. I've got to be a rapper, or
Pardon? Yeah. Oh, the ladies here. Okay, I gotta go. I got another meeting, guys. But anyway, I'm glad you tuned in, and thank you so much, Roger, for coming. I hope you come back soon. So you're welcome. I'd love to have you back here by Christmas. Just think of us again. It's
we're gonna do shows. I want to do shows with Eddie as well. That'd be great.
Well, you can do it remotely wherever you are.
Wherever we are.
You can do it.
So, let's get it happening.
All right. Well, I got to go. I got a meeting here because I've got. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.